When I was at Politicon, there was a panel of mostly leftists talking about how conspiracy theories are exclusively a right-wing phenomenon. And the guy from Media Matters says, can you name any conspiracy theory that the left holds? And I was like, Russiagate, which we're now learning is complete and total nonsense. But outside of the serious and obviously absurd conspiracy theory of Russiagate, we have another one. This one's called fake Melania. I kid you not, because people's televisions are different, they think Melania isn't real, or they recast her because Trump's fought with her in the past. It is the most insane. It's insane. But let's read the story, because they've got some photos to prove it. Twitter thinks fake Melania is back, and it has the photos to prove it. It's from Bustle. Before he was president, Donald Trump managed to bring a number of conspiracy theories out into the mainstream. So perhaps it's only karma that he and his family have become subject of kooky conspiracy theories born in the dark corners of social media. Whatever it is, the president's visit to tornado-ravaged Alabama has Twitter thinking fake Melania is back, and the jokes are ridiculous. The theory that First Lady Melania Trump had a body double, which she would sometimes, send out to stand in for her at various events and photo ops, appears to have first surfaced in 2017 thanks to a man named Joe Vargas. According to Vox, Vargas was the first person to ever question Melania's realness, if you will. This is not Melania, Vargas tweeted in response to video footage of the president and first lady. They're a Secret Service thing. I have those photos, so I don't think there's no point for them rehashing it here. They say, the fake Melania movement has continued to persist since then, thanks in part to merchandise available for purchase on Amazon and Twitter's inability to ever let anything truly die. No, this is the far left going insane because they hate Trump. They think Trump's wife hates Trump. They think Melania's not real or she's been replaced. And they post this, which gets a ton of traction. The recasting of Melania is the worst I've seen since they recast Aunt Viv in Fresh Prince, fake Melania. Maybe this person is just joking. I can totally respect that. They post this image where it just looks like Melania without makeup. And I actually find it really fascinating how they've repeatedly mocked Trump standing at a grave site. Yes, this is not the first photo to poke fun at Trump and his family while they're mourning at a gravesite. I was going to swear. I'm not going to swear. For some fake Melania jokesters, it was the fact that President Trump had successfully managed to hold hands with the first lady that tipped them off to the body double. Melania, that's the real Melania for all you fake Melania truthers out there, has on more than one occasion rejected her husband's attempt to hold hands. Right, because married couples sometimes get into tiffs and arguments, and maybe she didn't want to hold his hand, and maybe he or she did. They're at a gravesite, for the love of God. Others were more entertained by speculating as to who fake Melania might really be under her dark, oversized sunglasses. Is it a Secret Service agent that happens to have a similar haircut, or could it be Russian President Vladimir Putin under those shades? And that's what they did. Because what's better than a conspiracy theory than to mix the biggest conspiracy theory, Russiagate, in with your Melania body double? While Twitter was awash in fake Melania jokes over the weekend, some Twitter users appeared genuinely convinced the woman traveling with President Trump was not his wife. They pointed to her hair or height or face shape or her general ease of movement as proof that they had subbed in a fake Melania. Okay, here's the thing. They say, all joking aside, and yes, even serious debate, the First Lady likely doesn't have a body double stand-in for her at whatever official administration events she doesn't feel like attending. For what it's worth, both the Secret Service and the office of the First Lady have denied claims of a body double. Let's look at this. Snopes actually had to debunk this. Snopes had to debunk a ridiculous resistance left-wing conspiracy theory. Is this Melania Trump's body double? Why would anyone think she had a body double? Because of these photos. Oh, heavens! Look at these photos. This proves it. You know, there's also a conspiracy theory where people think that Michelle Obama is a man. Like, come on. My God, people are nuts. So here we see, will the real Melania please stand up? Is it me, or during his speech today, a decoy stood in for Melania? Here's the thing. It's actually really, really simple. This is called a crappy television and a camera at a different angle, and this is called a photograph. Okay, see, different lenses make people look different. Also, it looks like there's like a reflection or a liner on the nose piece, so it makes her nose look different. They say a video purportedly showing this fake Melania Trump was also widely circulated on social media. As of the writing, it has racked up more than 9 million views. Let's talk about left-wing conspiracy theories, shall we? And then here we go. Snopes makes the point that this is from a TV and this is from another photo. It's the same shot. It is literally the same shot with different angles and different lenses, different contrast. And this is probably scrunching her face. My God, people don't understand that cameras make people look very different. Someone commented on the video of me, because they're like, I watched Tim's videos. Man, he looks really fat on Joe Rogan. I'm like, yes, that's true. I'm definitely fatter than I was 4 or 5 years ago. The point is, I look different camera to camera. I look different on Rogan. I look different on my channel and Ruben. I don't have a body double. There are not 3 Tim Pools running around. Why would anyone believe anything like this? Because the reality is, conspiracy theories are not unique to the right. Conspiracy theories, in my opinion, are more unique to those who would distrust the establishment. That's it. So you have anti-vaxxers, and look, I understand there's legitimate concerns over vaccines and all that stuff, but for the most part, you have people who believe natural news and other websites that are highly dubious, and you have people that don't trust Trump, so they're gonna believe this. I mean, Russiagate may be one of the biggest and most absurd conspiracy theories of our time. What's crazy about it is, when it comes to something like 9/11, nobody cares for that. Like 99% of people are like, I don't know about this. There were a lot of people who were very much into 9/11 truth and all that, but the mainstream was like, get out of here. What happens when the mainstream is like, we don't like Trump? Well, then all of these conspiracy theories start to get floated. Here is a photo from the actual event. You can see her wearing the same clothes. Yes, she took her sunglasses off. You can tell that's literally her. Why would people think it's not her? So Vox did an explainer. The idea of Melania Trump having a body double appeals because people have already created a narrative about the First Lady. More importantly, it's because they don't like Trump. And look, there are people like to talk about Trump derangement syndrome, but I would just like to point out that the idea of derangement syndrome and put anything in front of it, because there is Ocasio-Cortez derangement syndrome, there is Trump derangement syndrome. I'm not accusing anybody of having those syndromes right now. I'm saying they do exist. There is a derangement syndrome for everybody. There are certain people who have like Mike Cernovich derangement syndrome, and they're obsessed with the guy, like posting nonstop about him online. The point is, conspiracy theories aren't unique to politics. It's unique to a group of people who are pointing the finger at an individual. There are Koch brothers derangement syndrome. There's George Soros derangement syndrome. Cue everyone getting mad that I'm calling these people out. And you're going to have the left saying, Tim, the Koch brothers are real. They're funding Dave Rubin. No, they're not. That's crazy. And they're going to say, but George Soros Open Society Foundation really is giving money to all these different foundations. It is, but do you think George Soros knows what the hell is going on? He probably doesn't. Yes. Do people fund things in certain directions? They do. Do they know about the minutia? They don't. So look, the Koch brothers donate to a bunch of different foundations who sponsor events. Does it mean Dave Rubin is sponsored by it? No, it doesn't. It's ridiculous. Same thing with George Soros. I can't tell you how many emails I got about Data and Society and George Soros. It's like, dude, listen, the world is really, really boring. There is no secret conspiracy where Trump had to swap out his wife with a body double. I'm sorry, resistance. It's just not true. Well, okay, hold on. Let me walk back. It's possible, okay? It's in the realm of reality. Many conspiracy theories are. And yes, many people fund various organizations. But I really, really doubt there's anyone twirling their mustache, plotting against you. And why? Why is this so prominent? 111,000 likes on this. This is not Melania. To think they would go this far and try to make us think it's her on TV is mind-blowing. Makes me wonder what else is a lie. And let's go back to Politicon. There I was, and the guy who owns or runs or whatever, Media Matters for America, which is a far-left activist organization, was claiming that conspiracy theories are unique to the right. I'm sorry. First and foremost, you all think that Vladimir Putin is controlling Donald Trump. Well, when the Mueller report comes out, I hope you're all very satisfied. No, they won't be satisfied. They're going to scream something else happened. So what do? Well, now they have this ridiculous tweet with 70,000 people talking about it, where they actually claim that's not Melania. Why? Because you got a crappy TV. And I'm grateful to Snopes and Vox for pointing this out, having to debunk this. Look, they're not going to show it. And they do this. A photo of her compared to their crappy television as if it's evidence. And here we have it. This one from Is It or Isn't It Melania? Oh my God, man. You know what? I am absolutely not surprised that this is a real thing. People, if you don't trust the government, if you don't trust corporations, then you're going to assume the worst about them. And I think most people don't realize how boring life is. I have watched revolutions happen in real time. When I was in Egypt, I saw a revolution. I watched the people scream. I saw the helicopters, and they announced the revolution had happened. They had deposed their governmental leader, the head of state. I have been in countries where I've seen people killed. And listen, even in these places, you can walk 2 blocks away and go to McDonald's and have a cheeseburger while watching a football game. In other countries, I mean soccer. The point is, Trump is the president. I think one thing people don't realize too, a lot of young people who push this nonsense, is they think people are smarter than they really are. In fact, most people do. But I kid you not. Go to Washington, you'll realize they're just people who are not any smarter than you for the most part. That's a fact. Most people are as smart as each other. Some people are smarter, some people are stupider, but there's an average. And there's a lot. You know what? I'll end by quoting George Carlin. Think about how stupid the average person is. Now realize half of them are stupider than that. And that's enough to push insane nonsense. Stick around, I got more videos coming up, and I will see you in a few minutes.